Здравейте, драги зрители на eSports България, аз съм Теодор Борисов и както виждате се завръщаме с поредно интервю от FISSURE Playground в Белград, в Сава център. Последното, може би, или предпоследното интервю от последния ден на груповата фаза, преди да се прехвърлим вече и към арената, и към плейофите, а до себе си имам огромното удоволствие да имам възможността да си говоря с една от звездите на състава на Astralis. Става въпрос за Staehr, който току-що изигра една страхотна карта на Нюк, за да успее да помогне на състава си да надиграе MIBR за втори път в рамките на последните 2 дни, за да се класира за плейофите. Staehr, thank you very much for joining me. It's an absolute pleasure having the opportunity to talk to you. First of all, congrats on the win against MIBR. That's twice now you've beaten them in the same event. That tells you something about the difference of levels, I guess. Do you start feeling really comfortable when you beat the same team twice in the same event?
Yeah, it feels good. Like it's always tough to meet the same opponent twice because as we played Nuke again now, we use like all our tricks against them once, so they will not fall for the same again. So you have to like find new ways to outplay them, right? And I think we did today, which shows that we can play better than them on different levels, which is just nice for us, right? I think a 7-5 on T-Nuke is pretty decent, I would say. Not an 11-1 or what was it, 10 or what it was yesterday, but it was good.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about how the how the boot camp went before the start of the event. Because from the start of the tournament, you've always been winning your map picks. Now against MIBR, I felt like you were quite ready for everything they were throwing at you. For example, on Mirage, you were always ready for the way that they push through the smokes when you go for an execute on the T side and their CTs. On Nuke, it felt like you were one step ahead, regardless of, some individual heroics being required out of yourself. So it feels like you guys are going into this tournament quite well prepared with HooXi.
Both yes and no. I mean, we had 1 week practice and we actually didn't boot camp to save some power because we know we have to be away for over a month now. If we did playoffs in this tournament, then we have Cologne, then we have I think some blast after. Like we have a lot of time not at home, so we only had like 1 week and we had position changes, which was actually tough, very tough in the start. So I actually think we could be more prepared if we had more time to practice, but that will come with time and just playing officials, and then we talk about it in that way, right? But I think like we are like very adaptive in the way that we were also good in Astana with like also a week's practice before that. So I think we just know how we want to play, and HooXi is a very good has a good way of how do you say it, using his leadership and actually making everyone know how to play and like being on the same page. And that's why I think that we are so prepared with so less time.
I am really glad that you mentioned the role changes, because obviously you were the one when KDM was on the team to run him first most of the time. Sure, he had some rounds where he was running him first on set rounds, but most of the time it was you, especially on T sides, opening things up, and then on CT side you didn't really get a lot of freedom. That seems to be changing a little bit now with HooXi on the team. Does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable within the team? Are those the changes that you're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. Like we also changed CT positions, so I have a lot more responsibility now. I don't know if people actually realized, so I should be a little careful. But now I'm saying it. I mean, there's matches out. People will see it in the demos. I think the opponents are not clueless. So I think I have even more freedom, I should say, also on the CT side and on the T side. I'm not the guy taking the off shot and the execute. HooXi will actually just be the leader he is and just go first, which means like those rounds, I'm not just instantly dead in the round, but I have an opportunity to play the mid round, which I feel like I'm pretty good at as well. And that's why I get more kills now than I did before, I think, and playing better. And then on CT, yeah, as you said, getting freedom and having the people trust you with the new position is just amazing.
What is your most comfortable, I guess, what are your most comfortable positions? Because you, throughout your career, because I've been following for maybe 3 or 4 years, you've played every single rifle role that you can play. You haven't played the AWP, but that's the only thing that you haven't done, and you haven't IGL'd. So what is the most comfortable, I guess, habitat of Staehr in the server?
I personally believe that I am an aggressive player, and I'm a talkative player. I like to talk, I like to communicate. And in that sense, I think playing the star positions, the playmaking positions on T and CT is good for me. But again, I also just got used to anchoring. I think I anchored for like, a year now, I think. We got Staehr and Jabby. Since then I kind of anchored. So it's tough to go back to actually having to talk again, communicate, being active all the time, because I was used to, like, as an anchor, you just kind of have to focus, be quiet so others can talk, and then shoot your people. And now I have to like do the opposite, still kill people, but I have to talk more, right? And you have to get used to that. But when I get used to that again, 100%, then I think for sure it's the best positions for me.
Okay, and in general, because obviously it's really difficult to draw that type of a parallel, but you did play with KDM for a little bit over half a year, maybe a little bit longer than that, and now you're getting a traditional, I guess, more self-sacrificing in-game leader, and right for Cadian, the transition from being an oper to being I guess anchoring IGL wasn't easy. But what are the main differences that you're seeing between the leadership of Cadian and how you were playing back then and how you were playing under HooXi, and maybe even just compare them as people and captains from your perspective?
I think if we take the CT size in general, then I think HooXi does like he doesn't require anything. While Cadian maybe required a little more. Sometimes he wanted to do moves on his spot or do a little joke around, whatever. So he actually gets some action. He loves that everyone on the map gets action, not only him, but just everyone in general. Which means that of course we also needed some resources on him, which can be good and can be bad. It depends how you see it, right? While now HooXi is just the anchor, the IGL, you know, playing B as Mirage, whatever. So he just he's just playing his role and he's good at it. And then we, the mid players, can just do what we want and call what we want, right? Which I like a lot. And in leadership, I think HooXi gives more. I don't know if he gives more freedom, but Cadian really valued the social part, which is good. But I think it should all come natural. You shouldn't force anything, or like you don't have to play deathmatch if you don't want to. Like he wanted to force a lot of stuff, Cadian, where HooXi like do whatever you want. We are kind of chilling. To some extent, of course, you still have to play. Yeah. And I think that's a very good way to go at it, because I think most people now, at least in the team, know what is best for them. And like what they should do before a match, the day before a match, what they should eat, what they shouldn't eat. There's not like those specific requirements for you. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like the HooXi leadership more than Cadian's leadership, at least. Okay,
and lastly, going into the quarterfinals tomorrow, what are your expectations out of the game? What are your expectations out of the arena? Are you excited about it?
Yeah, I'm very excited actually. I have no idea what I should expect from the crowd or anything, or the setup. I mean, FISSURE have done such a good job so far, so I'm expecting good stuff and a nice stage. But let's see tomorrow. I'm very excited. I don't know too much about our opponent, Lim Vision. I don't watch too many of the matches. I've seen them play, but I don't know too much, as I said. So it's going to be interesting. I have to go back and watch some demos and see if we can win. I can't say anything. Don't be too cocky, really, you know.
Okay, you know what? You are, I think, you're the fourth person that I'm interviewing. You're the first one that doesn't say we can't be too cocky. The other guys just said we're going to win the event. So I'm liking that. Maybe this is the secret to success. And also, it is your 21st birthday in 2 days. So I must ask, will you celebrate your birthday with a trophy?
Oof, I mean, I hope so. But I don't know. You know, I hope so. It would be a pretty good gift, but only time will tell, you know. Sadly, a birthday doesn't automatically give you a trophy. It did for Flames, but maybe not for me. Time will tell.
Yeah, I mean, the birthday and then having Apex, Zywu, and Robs and everyone else on the team, that definitely helps a little bit. But yeah, thank you very much. That's going to be everything for this one. Wish you the best of luck tomorrow. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. It was an absolute pleasure.
Of course, thank you.